I can fully second what Mohammed Shahada has so well described as the absolute catastrophe which 2 million Gazans are facing. Let me start by saying I'm fully aware of this deep hate and frustration and despair which befell the Israeli society. And when they speak of their 9/11, of what happened last Saturday, I understand, of course, that view and that emotional tension they are under right now. And that makes it so difficult to have a rational discussion, not only in Israel, but also in Europe and in the US. But we have to be aware that we still are governed by international law. We have left the medieval times. We have rules of conduct for war. We have rules of conduct of how apply humanitarian principles. And no matter what Hamas did, it does not justify the incredible use of lethal force without distinction and without proportionality as far as the Palestinian population is concerned in Gaza. Distinction, proportionality, and precaution are sacrosanct principles for the code of conduct of armed hostilities. And Israel, as a democracy, cannot escape that and has to be held accountable. It cannot be that Israel has a carte blanche because terrible acts, brutal, gruesome acts happened to 1,000 or even 1,200 Israelis. That is not the excuse you can use to flatten Gaza and not come back to the point of what you exactly ask. The announcement of the IDF to basically forcibly evict more than 1 million Gazans from their homes in the northern part of the Strip is likely to be criticized by international legal experts as a war crime. If there is no provision made for ensuring humanitarian access and exit and the necessary facilities to accommodate the basic human rights to water, energy, food, and physical safety, let alone health. And this is also clearly signed in all international conventions Israel has ratified and is accountable to. So it is unexcusable if the international community does not use its pressure point to hold Israel to account to what they have pledged before the international community to respect. I understand the emotions. They are very high right now in Israel. I'm in retirement right now in France, so I'm not more on the post, but I can understand that. But as I said, we all have to uphold international law, international humanitarian law, and international human rights law. That is the yardstick. That is the most important measure of conduct for all of us.
I want to turn to Ursula.